I don't believe in multitasking. Sure, there's people that could do it, but there's always going to be a sacrificing component than when you go all in and you're really fully dedicated to something. We praise the Michael Jordans for saying, fuck everything else in life except my vices and basketball. I'm not going to say he said fuck family, but family was not, the, main priority. And you know what? The media loves eating that shit up. And I believe the media, like sports media, they love when they hear about, Michael Jordan had no stable marriage, gambling issue, his kids are growing up, driving on train tracks. They love eating that shit up because, like, you know what? He won championships. It's like, if you describe that to your dad or mom and your kids grew up with the entitlement that his kids are having, would that be something you'd be proud of? And I think it's honestly because it's a bunch of dweebs in the media. They glorify that. Like, this is what it takes to be a championship. It's like, you really don't have to be like that to be a champion. I will say, being a loose cannon, being unstable, and I'm not going to say they're unstable, but being not tied down to a certain pre-notion way of living and living on your own accord will probably make you more freer and more opportunity, and you can operate in a more self-sufficient way. But it's a bunch of these dweebs in the media that, they glorify this. So you got younger people growing up thinking it's all about fuck everything else. It's all about this one thing. It is odd to me. It's these noobs, they glorify it because it's a way to make something easily consumptual, right? Because LeBron, he's not a killer. It's because you know what the difference between him, Michael was willing to say, throw away his family and divorce. And LeBron's like, I kind of want to be with my kids. I kind of want to have this opportunity, this way I paved to play with my kids in the NBA, or at least for them to have an opportunity. You could say what you want about Bronny, but you can see the contrast of one mentality versus another based off, do you think if Bronny James was in that situation, do you think he responds like Marcus? Do you think he comes out the gates and says, do you know who I'm LeBron's son? No, he probably doesn't. He probably withholds all that without. Now, after he gets arrested, it's a whole can of worms they may have to deal with. But I think it goes to show that behavior, I know this is a crazy take. I think the reason why when you watch that cam of Marcus Jordan saying that, because it's shown that people will adulate you and reward you for being disoriented and fucking up your life for their own interests. And so that's why he has no disregard for that situation. I know that's kind of crazy and out there, and I don't want to make but Marcus Jordan has had a lot of instances. From when he was a college player at UCF, there was some stuff that happened. He's been caught, I think a year or so, months ago on TMZ, snorting some coke at a pool table. Or at a pool. The man literally was dating his dad's ex-teammate. Wait, hold on. Ex-teammate's wife. Ex-wife. Who still kept her last name. Still keeps it. So she could have financial and business and media opportunities and fame. So she keeps that Pippen in her last name. Even though they haven't been married in quite some time. And she could be with anyone. And she chooses to be with her husband's ex-teammate, the best player of all time, generation, whatever you want to say, his son. And his son was not a proven basketball player, was not great at it, didn't really have a whole lot, didn't have accolades for himself, but she chose that. And when you were being awarded for being Michael Jordan's son, because if he wasn't Michael Jordan's son, do you think he's getting Scottie Pippen's ex-wife? Probably not. She's for the streets. But he can't even play street ball. I'm not shitting on the guy, but you see when we reward, it starts at the top. He saw that if you just are good at this and you provide this, that, and the other, you can act any way you want and you can always use that card. Compare that to Bronny. It's literally in the G League, getting shitted on by the media, by people online. He can't play this. Sure, he may have gotten an opportunity because of his dad, but he's still out there putting effort, really at least showing that he's trying to prove that he's worthy. You would never hear him say, I'm LeBron's son. That's not something he would just come out and outrightly say. So, yeah. There's my spill. I know I kind of talked